On the 8th Sunday of the season, we call to mind the values and covenant section of the proposed revision of the Unitarian Universalist bylaws, which says, as Unitarian Universalists, we covenant congregation to congregation and through our association to support and assist one another in our ministries. We draw from our heritages of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on the foundation of love. Our opening hymn is number 112 in your gray hymnal, Do You Hear? Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Louise Alcorn, she, her, your celebrant this morning.
My name is Birch Cue. My pronouns are they, them, and theirs, and for a few more hours, I am your faith formation and congregational life coordinator.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Des Moines. Our building is located on land that has been home to humans for 12,000 years, including the Iowa, Sauk, and Meskwaki. Other animals, such as the endangered Indiana bat, whose population has been cut in half since 1975, once lived in Iowa in much greater numbers. As we enter this space, the ghosts of humans and other animals past are among us. We are called to join in the work of education, reparation, and healing for all species.
Our purpose is to associate ourselves for the study and practice of morality and religion as interpreted by the growing thought and noblest lives of humanity, hoping thereby to prove helpful to one another and to promote truth, righteousness, and love in the world.
This bond of union is reiterated in our mission: love radically, grow ethically and spiritually, and serve justly.
It's a blessing you were born. It matters what you do. Your experience of the divine is true, and you do not have to go it alone.
Today is the 8th Sunday of spring. The moon was new on Tuesday night and is now waxing crescent, and wasn't it beautiful this week?
Today is Mother's Day, which in the United States was promoted by the peace activists Julia Ward Howe, a Unitarian, and Anna Jarvis, a Methodist. For Western Christians, this last Thursday, May 9th, was the Feast of the Ascension, commemorating the 40th day after Easter, when Christians believe Jesus bodily ascended into heaven. That means that today is the 6th Sunday of Ordinary Time and the 7th, last Sunday of Easter, counting up to Pentecost this coming Sunday.
Coming up in a week and a half, on May 23rd, is the Buddhist festival Vesak, which commemorates Buddha's birthday. Some Buddhist traditions also honor Siddhartha Gautama's enlightenment and his death on Vesak, while other Buddhist traditions mark those anniversaries at other times of the year.
A special welcome to our visitors today. And for those of you on Zoom, thanks for tuning in. Please be sure your mic is muted throughout the service. If you are here with children, there is childcare available downstairs, and you may also keep your children seated with you or enjoy the use of our We Worship space in the back of the auditorium.
Newcomers are invited to a UU Curiosity conversation on the first Sunday of every month. The next one will be June 2nd, just after the service in the air. Oh, except we have annual meeting. Are we doing that? Maybe.
That's a great question.
Okay, maybe.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. If you're new or relatively new, please come.
Our connection circles are small groups that gather to explore the monthly theme and build relationships with one another as we deepen our faith. It's a key way we live out our mission to grow ethically and spiritually. If you're not in one, please sign up and become a part of these groups. The theme of the month for May is courage, and you can find issues of connecting, which is our monthly in-house packet, on that theme, and that's available just outside those doors. We begin this holy time together with the lighting of our chalice.
Technical difficulties. One moment, please. Sorry. Okay, everybody just say fire really low on your bed. Okay.
Oh dear.
Where's the lid? By the way,
Hooray!
thank you. We planned this for Birch's last day, though. This is totally choreographed. Please say with me, finally, the chalice lighting words in your order of service.
We
Light our chalice as a reminder of who we are called to be in a world still dangerous and despairing. With courage and faith, we bring ourselves to the work before us. Our responsive invocation is number 654 in the back of your gray hymnal, Impassioned Clay. The side on my left will begin with the words in plain type, and the side on my right will respond with Birch, yes, with the indented italicized words. Deep in ourselves resides the religious impulse.
Out of the passions of our clay, it rises.
Of religion, when we stop deluding ourselves that we are self-sufficient, self-sustaining, or self-derived.
We have religion when we hold some hope beyond the present, some self-respect beyond our failures.
Have religion when our hearts are capable of leaping up at beauty, when our nerves are edged by some dream in the heart.
We have religion when we have an abiding gratitude for all that we have received.
We have religion when we look upon people with all their failings and still find in them good, when we look beyond people to the grandeur in nature and to the purpose in our own heart.
We have religion when we have done all that we can and in big confidence entrust ourselves to the life that is larger than ourselves.
For our song invocation, words are in your order of service. Let me be part of the love that's given.
Little Yellow Leaf by Karen Berger, read by Faith Leonard. It was autumn. In the hush of the forest, a lone yellow leaf clung to the branch of a great oak tree. I'm not ready yet, thought the yellow leaf, as a riot of fiery leaves chased and swirled round the tree. Not yet, thought the yellow leaf, as the afternoon sun beckoned and teased. Not ready, thought the little yellow leaf, as apples grew musky, pumpkins heavy, and flocks of geese took wing. Still not, he thought, as the other leaves gathered into great heaps, crackling dry where children played. As chill filled the air, and the sun sank slow. Not ready, thought the little yellow leaf, as a heavy harvest moon bloomed amber in the starry sky. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Through the long night, snow flurried, and the little yellow leaf held fast to the great oak tree. Days passed by, and still the little yellow leaf held tight, alone. He searched the bare, bare branches, covered only with the shimmer of snow, alone. And then, high up on the icy branch, a scarlet flashed, one more leaf holding tight. You're here, called the little yellow leaf. I am, said the little scarlet leaf. Like me, said the little yellow leaf. Neither spoke. Finally, will you, asked the little scarlet leaf. I will, said the little yellow leaf. And 1, 2, 3, they let go and soared. Into the waiting wind they danced, off and away and away and away. Together. Thank you.
Many of you know that today is my last day with you as a staff person. I have been so thankful for the many ways that I have served this community that I have so deeply loved. I have been thankful also for time to prepare the way for someone new to serve our faith formation and congregational life ministries. It is my great joy to introduce you to Faith Leonard. Faith, it is time for us to let go of the branches that we have held on to. You have walked with me in these last few months as I prepare to end one chapter, and you prepare to begin another. It has been an honor to serve this congregation in so many ways, and I have been grateful to share that with you. As you prepare to begin this chapter, may these words bless you. May you be filled with and held by all the love, wonder, and curiosity that this community contains. May you hold it all gently in your arms. And when your arms tire of holding so much, may you rest. May you know when to say no so that you can resoundingly answer yes to what is most precious. May you build strong and flexible partnerships in the sacred ministry of our congregation. May you draw strength and wisdom from your colleagues within and beyond these walls. May you be curious, grounded, nimble, brave. May you remember that no one gets it right all the time, and that's okay. And when you, or your committees, or your colleagues fall short, as we all do, may you remember that the shortfall does not matter as much as what comes after. May all the love, wonder, and curiosity of First Unitarian fill and hold you in your time here. To guide and ground you in this holy work, I have 3 gifts for you. The first is a chalice, the symbol of our faith, beacon of what is true and sacred. In this role, you will tend its flame, but you will not tend it alone. May the light of this chalice guide your way. The second is water. Reverends Amy, Victoria, and Meredith have each entrusted me with this vial of water in your hands, which we renew and replenish each year when we gather together for water communion. It marks where we have been and also where we are going together. In this role, you will hold the congregation's past, its present, and its future. May this water remind you of all of the possibilities this place contains. And the third is a flower. As we remember when celebrating flower communion, each flower, each person in this garden of our life is unique with their own needs and their own gifts. In this role, you will be asked to tend to this garden, and you will need this garden to tend to you as well. May this flower teach you to ask for what you need to be a good gardener. I can give you these blessing words and these gifts, but they can only carry you so far. So I ask our congregation to affirm and bless you as well. People of First Unitarian Church, please rise in body or in spirit and join me in sharing this affirmation in your order of service. Faith, we welcome you into this new role full of challenges and new possibilities. May we grow strong and wise together. Together, may we draw from our present and past to form the future of our faith. Together, may we tend to the shared life and shared ministry of this congregation. May we serve together. May we dream together. May we disagree and reconcile. May our principles and values guide us in all of this. Together, may we love radically, grow ethically and spiritually, and serve justly. Peace, amen, so may it be. Peace, amen, so may it be. There is one more blessing I have to ask of all of you. On the back of these inserts, you will see there is a space for you to write a wish, a blessing, a welcome, a prayer for Faith, whatever you are moved to share with her. On your way out of this space after service, you will find a basket of blessings where you can leave these blessings for Faith. Thank you for joining us. You may be seated. We will sing our children to their class now with the words printed in your order of service. Go in joy, go in peace to greet the day. With open hearts embrace life's wonder. We will guide you, we will love you on your way.
Thank you, choir. My name is Laura Berardi, she, her. I'm a member of your pastoral care team. In this congregation, we gather each Sunday to tend to the joys and sorrows of one another, whatever they may be in our lives. Here in this space, we invite you to lift up the names of those people you are holding in your mind or heart, either aloud or silently. If you're joining us by Zoom, carrying someone in a joy or concern this morning, you may share that in the chat box now. We share these names. And I have these joys and sorrows to share this week. First, on this second Sunday of May, we are holding everyone having a joyous, difficult, or complicated Mother's Day. There is room here for all of those feelings. Don Mostrom has been in the hospital and had surgery for a twisted colon. He and his wife, Etta Berkowitz, appreciate your healing thoughts and well wishes. Emily Phoenix Bloom, formerly known at this church as Melody, was admitted on May 1st to Broadlawns Hospital after suffering with increasingly severe depression over the preceding weeks. Her prognosis and eventual discharge date are still being determined. Messages may be relayed through her partner, Sarah Chong, and cards may be sent to their home address. Expressions for Emily of hope, appreciation, and encouragement toward a bright future are especially welcome. Birch, née Spick, and Dylan Cue were married last Saturday, May 4th. They were honored to be surrounded by so much love and to have their union officiated by member and Birch's seminary classmate, Elliot Nolte. We also share in this bittersweet transition today as Birch celebrates their last Sunday with us as our faith formation and congregational life coordinator. Birch, you have been a gift to this congregation. We have been blessed by your leadership, both as a staff member and before as a member. We are sad to see you go, but so very, very excited for you as you take the next step in your seminary journey. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the time, love, energy, and devotion you have given this congregation. Choked up. Birch. I just have one line left to say, may you carry our love with you. So what I wanted to try to do, I have this little heart, and I wanted to, if we can do it without disturbing the rest of the service, pass it so everybody gets a chance to hold it for a moment. And then you get to take it with you. I chose something small because I know a move is in your near future. But I hope you remember that you carry a piece of us always. Okay. Let our hearts also be with all those near and far, with people the world over who are in need of care and who care for their communities, for people who work to meet the needs of their communities, for those continuing to speak out against injustice, for frontline workers in healthcare and service industries, for families and communities grieving the loss of loved ones. May we bear witness to the atrocities that flash before our eyes in quick succession. May we bear witness to the struggles to overcome which we have not yet seen. In the tradition of our congregation, we light 3 candles, one for the joys and sorrows we have shared, one for the names we have raised up, and one for all that remains unspoken, but present here in our hearts. Gathered here together, we take this moment to honor these joys and sorrows.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me.
Our world is busy. Our world is in pain. Pain in Gaza and the West Bank, in Sudan, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, in Haiti, in Brazil, in our town halls and homes. And if we are going to have the courage to face the world, to hold it, to own where we are complicit at the core of empire, we must gather ourselves. We gather here to be with one another, to find fortitude, sustenance, healing. In the middle of this hour, in the middle of our lives, we take time for stillness. Let's enter into this time of meditation, thought, or prayer. To begin, set your body comfortably, stably. Rest your hands in your lap, at your sides, or however you can rest them without straining. Straighten your back as much as you can without strain. Close your eyes if that helps you find your center. Now, clench all your muscles. Start with your fingers and toes, then your arms and legs, then your shoulder, your neck, your jaw. Now relax. Clench your muscles again and relax. Breathe in, slow, deep down into your belly. Breathe out slowly. Breathe in, breathe out, deep and steady. We will meditate for 1 minute. It is a blessing you were born. It matters what you do. Your experience of life is true, and you don't have to go it alone.
Something with a Lifespan by Katie Peterson. How many times should I look at you and should I change my life? Monarch, you make your orange ascent to death, and how much dexterity can you really teach me? Does your courage even map onto these worldly obligations, to friends, my job, desire for a little affection in the late hours of the evening, etc.? I can't put myself ever in your head, but I can lie on your wing with my left eye letting my right dart forward as you do. Don't ask something with a lifespan how to change your life. Ask something you can't believe ever lived. We come now to the offering. As we pass the basket around, we remember again our associational covenant. As Unitarian Universalists, we covenant congregation to congregation and through our association to support and assist one another in our ministries. We draw from our heritages of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on the foundation of love. For the support of this promise, the offering will be gratefully given and gratefully received.
A few weeks ago, I sat down to find some words of courage for the packets on our monthly theme. When I first sat down, I couldn't think of anything to say. What stories, after all, do I have to tell about being brave? I don't have any stories to tell about saving people from burning buildings or marching on the front lines of protest. I couldn't think of anything I had done that felt exceptionally courageous. The truth is, I rarely feel like a brave person. But I do often feel afraid, and I know you do too. I feel afraid for the future we are wittingly and unwittingly preparing for our children. I feel afraid for the future of our faith and what ministries our future will require. I feel afraid that I will go to the grocery store after work in a dress and someone else will decide that my luck has run out. And yet, I wear a dress to and from work, grateful for my gender. I minister to our faith's present while I imagine its future. I take as many steps as I can to make our present world a place fit for her future inhabitants. And I do it scared to take a piece of wisdom I've found on the internet. I may not feel brave most of the time, you see, but I see, reflecting with you now, that I am a persistent person, if nothing else, no matter how afraid I feel. However afraid, I try my best to be present with my fear and discomfort, and not to flinch away from it. It's one thing for me to be vulnerable and stand here before all of you and say I am persistent and I am present and maybe even brave. But that leaves something crucial unsaid, which is that I am none of these things on my own. However afraid I may be, there are people who love me, principles that guide me, and practices that ground me so that I can face the world even though I tremble. I remember how afraid I was when I began stewarding our faith formation and congregational life ministries 2 years ago. Honored, delighted, excited, and also very afraid. I was afraid that I had bitten off more than I could chew. I thought I could not possibly live up to all the dreams and hopes of our people as we stumbled out of a pandemic lockdown into a new world, strange and yet familiar. I felt like any idea I had of what this ministry would contain was vanishing. But as those old ideas and fears rooted in old ideas began to vanish, they opened up room in me to embrace new ideas, new possibilities. That did not happen alone. Our people and their gifts and wisdom eased those fears, and I joined so many of you, our lay leaders, to dream and design new ways of being together. So many of you are in this room today, and I want to take stock of all our gifts and generosity. If you taught our children and youth in these last 2 years, please stand or raise your hand. I know you're out there. If you led your peers in adult programming, in small groups and classes and book studies, please stay standing also if you would. If you have led your peers, please stand or raise your hand. If you welcomed someone new this year, please stand or raise your hand. If you cared for or about anyone in this community, please stand or raise your hand. I know that's got to be, there's at least one person here you all care about, each of you. Just look at us. Look at us. Look at all of the love, all the care, all the gifts of this community. Please give yourselves a hand, a hug, a handshake. We could not be as brave as we have been without one another. I keep returning to all of these great gifts that have helped me, that have helped us face the world scared and embrace the world and each other anyway. And so I know we will all be okay when we part ways soon, however afraid we may be. In our story earlier this morning, a little leaf was afraid of change. I love to say that however much I love and long for change, but I won't lie and tell you that I'm not afraid of it. If you have ever changed jobs or changed schools, watched your body change, or watched your relations change, and I know all of you have experienced something like this, you know that whatever amount of intellectual excitement, if that's something you have, that change brings you, it also brings a measure of fear and trepidation with it. So it was with our little yellow leaf. Our little friend was so resistant to change that they would not let go of their branch, of their same old life, no matter what happened around them. It was not until they realized that they were not alone that they could let go. It was another leaf, scarlet red, who helped them find the courage to change, to face the unknown that lay ahead of them. So who will our little scarlet leaves be? Chances are they are somewhere here in this room beside you. Your leaves might be the person sitting next to you, or they might be in a classroom downstairs, or watching us from home, or still tucked gently into bed where you left them. They have gifts to share with you, and you have gifts to share with them as well. And when the time comes to make this leap, I know these gifts will empower you to go. I know that faith will be here beside you as well when I am not. She has many gifts, and you have so much of yourselves to share with her, to share with the other staff and leaders of this community, to share with one another. As for myself, my leaves will blow away with me wherever the wind will take me. They are my spouse, Dylan. They are my friends and colleagues in formation to become ministers as I am. They are my teachers and my mentors. Though we say goodbye for now, I know the gifts we share with one another will carry us into bravery and courage. Thank you all. Peace, Chaire, Amen. Our closing hymn is Song 295 in your gray hymnal, Sing Out Praises.
Let us join together in our unison chalice extinguishing with these words, as those of you at home extinguish your chalices. The world is too beautiful to be praised by only one voice. May we have the courage to sing our parts. The world is too broken to be healed by only one set of hands. May we have the courage to use our gifts.
These words for our benediction are by the Reverend Wayne B. Arneson. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down there is another truth. You are not alone.
So, friend, one more thing.
We just couldn't not do it again. So our Congregational Life group are giving Birch a bouquet of flowers, and we heard from a very person he knows that cupcakes are his favorite kind of dessert. So we're giving you a cupcake too. Thank you. And the rest of you will get some as you leave the room, but let's give him one more round.
Okay, I'm sorry. Down here. We have a giant card here that you can all sign out in the gathering area after the service, so please stop by and sign this card that you can take with him.
Oh my God.
I miss you.